Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So we're continuing from where we left off in San Andreas, and now we're going to be starting up the desert chapter. And for people wondering, what the hell are you wearing right now? Well, I was thinking about the different cosplays, because I'm wearing a different cosplay for each chapter of the game. For the Los Santos chapter, the Countryside chapter, the San Fierro chapter, Desert chapter, Las Venturas chapter, and then back to Los Santos chapter. And I was thinking, what can I really wear for the desert chapter? And I was thinking the desert chapter has a lot of really insane missions, like really ridiculous. The Toreno missions are just so insane, just so crazy out there. And then the truth missions, the military base and the UFO and all the other stuff like that. I was thinking that, for really crazy missions, you need a really crazy outfit, right? So that's pretty much what I decided for this one. And also all the crazy evil government people that CJ is gonna be fighting in this, they don't want to see CJ's face. So that's probably for the best too.
Carl, darling, welcome.
So fucking welcome, man. What you know about my family?
Now first we need to see what you're made of.
What it look like I'm made of? Pudding?
No, anger and hate, and that's what I like about you. Hey, there's a truck in the garage. What do you say we take it for a spin?
Here's the deal. This is all about speed and commitment. You got GPS in the cab. Get to each set of the map coordinates as quick as you can. Make it to all the coordinates, then get the truck back here. Lose the truck, and you fail.
First, what's the GPS? Second, fail what? And third, who the fuck are you?
Sorry. Need to know basis only. Oh, one more thing. This baby's got four-wheel steering instead of a handbrake. Good luck.
GPS was a very relatively new thing in this time. And GPS really did not start becoming common until the 2000s. I remember back in the day when I was a kid and people would constantly ask for directions, but now nobody does that really anymore. Everybody just uses the GPS in their smartphone. My god, the map of San Andreas is so good. Even 20 years later, such a detailed map, so many different environments. Okay, yeah, we pretty much got this. right back to the ranch here. Let's see how your time compares.
Pretty good for a ghetto boy.
I was
Boss will
off
be
by
in
8
touch.
seconds for, Off by 8 seconds, for first place, but still, didn't do bad.
Who the fuck is this?
Son, get back to the ranch, and I'll explain everything. And I mean everything.
Can't you just tell me now? I guess not.
And, if you listen closely, you can hear Toreno's voice under the voice changer.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, what the fuck, man? Hey, Toreno, I told you my bad, man. What the hell can I say? I screwed you over.
Calm down, kid.
Just go ahead and kill me then.
Calm down.
Man, you ain't nothing but a fucking yayo dealer anyway, Toreno.
Shut up and sit down. What, you think I'm a drug dealer? And what, you think you're a crusader for good? Do you have any idea what's going on? Any idea whatsoever? Do you? Do you?
Nah, I pay as little attention to things as
Do
possible.
not be a fucking smartass with me. I work for a government agency. It is not important which one. I will try not to confuse you. Yes, when we last met, I was involved in battling threats in Latin America by any means necessary. That does not make me a drug dealer. Now, the money that we raised, the friends that we won over, have helped us immeasurably in our overseas interests.
Government agency?
Kids like you expect heroes. We're fighting a war out there. I'll be a hero and I'll lose. And what do we have? Communism in Ohio. People sharing. Nobody buying stuff. That kind of bullshit. So relax and listen.
All right, I'm listening.
I know what kind of guy you are. I need a guy like you to do things I can't get caught doing.
Like what?
I need you to commandeer a truck. A rival agency with a confused social agenda. They got things that we need. Now, this is a two-man job. You'll need a friend. Use your sister's boyfriend, but don't tell him a thing. Remember, I'll be watching you.
I got here as fast as I could, CJ.
Yeah, you sure did. How you know I needed help?
Man, you losing it, Holmes. You phoned me a half hour ago.
I did? I mean, oh yeah, I did. Sorry, man, I got a whole lot on my mind.
Perdón.
Okay, here we go.
We need to jack a truck on the freeway. It's headed to San Fierro.
The truck is coming from Los Venturas, okay.
We can get on the freeway here, Holmes.
Now, these guys that Toreno has you go after, they are probably NSA, National Security Agency, and the people that Toreno's working for, he's working for the CIA, it's obvious.
What's the plan?
I'm gonna pull alongside, and you gonna hop aboard.
Oh, shit, you didn't mention that on the phone.
It'll be a walk in the park.
Tell Kendall I love her.
There's a rig up ahead.
Fuerte como Mexican jumping bean. Closer! Closer, CJ, closer!
Crap. Oh, there we go. Oh, oh. That was really easy.
Okay, CJ, let's get this rig back to the garage.
And also, when Caesar says, you're tripping, CJ, you called me like half an hour ago, CJ probably did not call him. It was probably Toreno who called him, pretending to be CJ. That's probably what happened.
Baby girl, where you going?
And, save my game key really quick, too. But, I'll tell you guys something, pretty scary about Toreno. Oh, here we go, phone call again.
Here, now. Don't screw around.
What an asshole.
Here, now, don't screw around. And because we completed the car dealership missions, the better cars are gonna be here spawning now.
Somebody gonna be mad at you for
Now,
screwing up they
I'm
ride.
gonna have a lore video on who Toreno is exactly and his goals and who these guys are that you're fighting. But basically, what Toreno is actually based on real life people. He's based on CIA agents in the 1990s that had supposedly most people believe that it did happen, where they had sold crack cocaine in order to fund the Contras. Now, for people that are confused who the Contras are, the Contras were they were a right-wing, basically kind of like cartel group that was in Nicaragua. So Nicaragua was in a civil war, and the Sandinistas had taken power, which were far-left radicals with ties to the Soviet Union. And so basically Nicaragua, that when he was talking about Central America, he was talking about Nicaragua. Now, Nicaragua, in the Nicaraguan Civil War, there really was no good guys in that conflict because it was, that entire country was basically turned into a war between the Soviet Union and the US. The Soviet Union supported the Sandinistas, which were, like I said, just communist puppets for them. And then the US also supported the Contras, which were right-wing drug dealers, basically. And what happened was there was a reporter who actually wrote about this. He wrote about how the CIA was basically selling crack cocaine, and what they were doing is they were using a San Francisco a syndicate in order to sell drugs into Los Angeles. So they were using the San Francisco syndicate, and when you think about it, San Fierro syndicate, San Francisco syndicate. San Fierro is based on San Francisco, and they were using the San Francisco syndicate in order to sell drugs in Los Angeles to both the Bloods and the Crips, and Grove Street are based on the Bloods and the Crips. And these, this caused a crack epidemic in Los Angeles, and what the CIA did with this money is they used this money to support the Contras, because what happened was Congress cut aid to the Contras, so they cut money to them, and the CIA wanted to raise money really quickly to fund them without going through Congress, and that's basically what they did. And there's conspiracies about whether this is true or not. but a lot of people believe that this is true. And the reporter who wrote a book about this, when the reporter wrote a book about this, there was a big scandal in the CIA, and what happened was there was an investigation done in the CIA, and the CIA investigated themselves, and they said we never sold crack. But that's BS, because it's that American saying, we investigated ourselves and we found that we never did anything wrong. And this really scary thing is that reporter who wrote that story about the CIA selling drugs, that reporter actually died from suicide 10 years later, and he died 2004, the same year that San Andreas actually came out, and he died from 2 gunshots to the head. So he shot himself twice in the head. A lot of people believe that the CIA killed him.
Roger that, big monkey. I got a 13-6 fat vulture. Need to acquire a drowning baby. Over. What? In 15 by the fat moon. Break your heart. Over and out. Carl, I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah, I'll do you a proper injury, man. What you knowing about my brother?
Relax. He's in prison upstate. D-Wing. Cell 13. To the left, I got a child killer who wants to rip his throat out. To the right of him, I got a white supremacist who wants to eat his heart, to be precise. Now, don't worry. Tenpenny and Pulaski are really relatively benign, unless, of course, you're a family member of Officer Pendlebury, whom they shot when he threatened to expose them. But you do know all about that, right?
Damn. Hey, man, how you know all this stuff, man? And won't you stop it?
You just don't understand, do you, kid? Look, it's all white knights and heroes. We have to make decisions, kid. You know, I try to set bad people on other bad people, and sometimes I let good guys die. He's your brother, but to me, he's just collateral. It's a very delicate decision. Look, over here, you got all the scumbags inside the country. And over here, you got all the scumbags outside the country. And me and my colleagues, we're the fucking pivot. Keep the government in work. Which reminds me, come here, okay? I need you to head over here in the buggy outside, okay? Okay, let off a flare. We got some precious cargo needs collecting.
Hey, hold up. What about my brother and all that shit you was talking about?
Hey, don't worry. Sweet's just fine. He gets touched. A prison guard goes home and finds that his wife and kid have been murdered. Everything's under control. We'll talk later. Now, come on, get out of here.
The way Toreno looks at this is he sees it as everything as perspective. It's perspective on who's good and bad. I think that's pretty much what he was trying to explain to CJ there. And he was basically saying that I don't get anything out of stopping, you know, Tenpenny and Pulaski. And so there's really no point in me doing that.
Watch it. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Also, about this mission, I hate this mission. This mission sucks. It's a bad mission. I've never been a fan of this mission. Never liked this mission. I actually had this mission listed on my top 5 worst missions in San Andreas. Oh, come on. You'd think a buggy like this would be able to go up that.
Toreno, where you at?
Miles away. No time for niceties, kid. Choose a vehicle, grab the equipment I provided, get to that drop zone, and wait for that package.
Pick up the rocket launcher, yep. I hate this mission. Oh, here we go, yep. This crap now happens. Oh, this is gonna be ridiculous.
That's our cargo, arriving now.
Jesus, will you stop doing that?
Hold up! Shit, pilot said he's got trouble. 2 agency choppers coming in on an intercept. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Shoot them down! Protect the cargo at all costs.
And the really annoying thing about this mission is the helicopters will just keep falling down. Oh my god, oh yeah, see? I just gotta dodge them. My god, those helicopters. Oh crap! Don't land next to me. I've already lost half my health. Okay, oh man, yeah. I don't know why people don't say this is not a bad mission. I really didn't like that because all the helicopters constantly falling and trying to blow you up. Get this more. And this and this. Oh, and yep. Crap. Good thing I got my bike skill up. I didn't fall off just easily.
Okay, get the package back to Las Brujas.
Where are you? You giving me the heebie-jeebies, man.
Carl, I will always be watching, or listening, or both.
Or both. $1,000 all for that? That's ridiculous. No. How do I even get out of here now? There's... Can't even open the garage anymore. Oh no, we lost muscle.
Hey, it's just a car, man.
Whoa. Yeah, nothing to see here, officer.
The road's blocked.
Give me this car. Okay. Oh my god, I didn't even see that coming. Come on, come on. Yeah, that just really came out of nowhere. Also, the thing about Toreno, another thing I'll say about him is Toreno is probably not even his real name. It's probably not his real name. That's just the name that he gives you. There's no way he would have gone into the, San Fierro, like, local syndicate crack business with his real name. No way.
It's amazing.
What's up now, Toreno?
This history, it's all lies. It says Hitler killed himself, and then we nuked Japan. And people believe this shit. Jesus. Well, if it makes them sleep better at night, I guess.
Hey, man, what did you want? Is you gonna free my brother?
No, not now. And here's a little news flash. I said that to get you to do something for me.
Man, you real fucked up.
But the shocker is, we are gonna look after him. Because I need him alive as much as you do.
Oh, thanks.
You know, after what you've done for me, it's like you're a pro now. I got double agents in Panama. I want to put a price on your head. A Russian spy, little fat Boris-looking guy. He's asking for clearance to interrogate you. Russian style. Calipers on the genitals. Feels good. You'd like it.
That ain't nothing cool, man. Just leave me alone. You bad news.
Don't worry about it. The Russians got bigger things to worry about than your genitals, believe me. The whole country went to shit. You know, we tried hard to put a lid on it, but that idiot Gorbachev with his little strawberry in his forehead, he gave away the crown jewels. Still, they got their, their boy in the White House. That was nice.
So, what you want me to do?
Now listen, I need you to buy me some property, okay? Shouldn't cost that much. You offer them $1, If they give you a hard time, kill them.
You offered them a
I'm
dollar.
gonna need you to start doing some real wet work here for me soon, okay? Enough of this little girl bullshit. Now get out of here. Come on, beat it.
Now, what he was talking about is San Andreas takes place only a couple months after the fall of the Soviet Union. So Soviet Union fell apart December 1991, and when he's saying that that idiot Gorbachev with the strawberry on his head, he's talking about Gorbachev's birthmark, because Gorbachev has a very big birthmark on his forehead, and he's saying that Gorbachev gave away the crown jewels. I think he was probably talking about perestroika, which is Gorbachev's policy, which failed in the end. It was meant to reform the Soviet Union, but his reforms ended in disaster, and the entire Soviet economy collapsed. Their entire system fell apart. And in the West, we see the fall of the Soviet Union as a good thing generally, because it was our greatest adversary, and it was just peace, and it was just an economic boom for America in the 1990s. But in Russia, they see the fall of the Soviet Union as one of the worst time periods in their history. The 1990s was just filled with corruption, massive poverty, and while communism was a failure of a system, you had people that had, jobs, they had their homes, and then afterwards they just lost everything in the blink of an eye, like that. So it was just absolute disaster. People that were doctors were taxi drivers the next day. That's what it was like in the Soviet Union and Russia, when it just completely fell apart. And when he's talking about they got their boy in the White House, he is probably talking about Yeltsin, and Yeltsin was Yeltsin's one of the first presidents of Russia, and he was notoriously corrupt. What he actually did was he had tanks fire on the Russian parliament. $80,000 I got. Who's calling me now?
Yo, CJ. It's like, Jethro, dude.
Hey, Jethro, how is it?
Yo, dude. The garage is coming along nicely, man. But I rang about something else. There's an unofficial street racing club in San Fierro.
Unofficial as in illegal, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Anywho, they meet up around the driving school someplace. Thought you might, like to know.
Thanks, Jethro. I'ma think about it, and I'll holler at you. Later, man.
Yeah, he was scared about the phone line being tapped. Yeah, we purchased the airstrip. Okay, now, I guess we will probably wrap this up here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this part. If you did, do drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.